Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to do some empties and mini reviews for you. I don't do this every month because I don't really accumulate that much every month, and I want my empties to be not the same old thing all the time, although there are a couple of repeats in here, but they're so good they're worth mentioning. I'm going to start off with some hair products. I picked up a set of hair products from Costco by Fekkai, the Technician Color Care Shampoo and Conditioner. And it came with the shampoo, the conditioner, and a bottle of this color protective glaze, which I didn't use. I didn't like it. I didn't use it at all. I've only been holding on to it to kind of just share it. It was a complete set. This was pink in color. I think you can see it's a little tiny bit of the conditioner down here. It was unremarkable. I don't know how else to say. It was unremarkable. It did a fine job cleaning. The conditioner was not conditioning enough for my dry color treated hair, so I always had to use some kind of spray product over that in order to even comb it out after washing it. So I will not repurchase it. It was a little bit on the pricey end, even for Costco. Meh, didn't care for it. This leads me into something else that I used up while I was using the Fekkai shampoo and conditioner. I used up the Organix Moroccan Argan oil Weightless Healing Dry Oil. And there's a tiny bit in the bottom of here. I couldn't get it to spray out anymore. I used this, and it's a 10, primarily with the Fekkai to kind of make it a little bit easier to comb out my hair. Yeah, this was okay. I'm just not really impressed with this Organix line. In general, the shampoos I've tried, the conditioners I've tried, but I did use this up. My daughter convinced me. She really loves this brand, so she did convince me to purchase that. I thought it would be great and make my hair shiny. It didn't really. It was okay. It wasn't terrible, but it was okay. Okay, let's see. Moving on to some other hair care products. I obviously used up another one of my favorite hairspray, the L'Oreal Elnett. I adore this hairspray. It's the only kind I use. I like it because you can brush it out and it doesn't leave your hair too crusty. And it has a nice scent, although this was the scented. I once had someone ask me what kind of perfume I was wearing. But I do tend to go more for the unscented, and this one has a UV filter in it, which I like to help protect my hair. And I do use hairspray every day. This is probably my styling product of choice on a daily basis. The next thing I used up was the L'Oreal Root Rescue 10-minute root touch-up. My color is dark blonde, and I love this. I didn't save the applicator, although here's a shot of what the applicator looks like. I use this when I am in between color appointments and my root grow out is just too bad, too long, too much to disguise. And I'll apply this along my hairline and my part, and it just kind of blends it out. My hairdresser has no problem working with this. She actually thinks it's a pretty decent product. It's super easy to use. You mix it into this tube. This is pretty much actual size. It might be a tiny bit bigger. You mix the two parts, the color and the developer in here, you shake it up, and then the applicator here is like a little comb. It squeezes out through the top. It's super easy. It's not that messy, and in 20 minutes I have less root showing. So I highly recommend this if you color your hair. And I'm covering up gray when my roots come in, and that's traditionally one of the hardest hair colors to cover, and it does a great job. If you're interested in maybe seeing a demo of this, I could be convinced to do that next time I'm up for a little touch-up. So let me know in the comments below if that's something you might be interested in seeing. Moving on to a few skincare products, I used up 2 different cleansers, both from Paula's Choice. The first one is the Resist Optimal Results Hydrating Cleanser. I typically use this at night. It's creamy and I like it for removing my makeup, and I'm already on another bottle of that. I love that. The other cleanser I used up was a skin balancing, oil reducing cleanser for normal, oily, and combination skin. And I apologize for the condition of this bottle. It's been in my shower. And I like to have kind of more of a foamy cleanser in the shower as opposed to a creamy cleanser, which is why I have 2 different cleansers. Creamy, foamy. So this is what I use in the shower. I like it. I've repurchased this multiple times. Unfortunately, I got caught without a backup and I bought something at the drugstore to throw in my shower, but I will be repurchasing that because I really do like it. Okay, I have a few little small items here that I wanted to throw in here as a reminder to me. These are just some sample size things, and I use them when I travel, but what I really wanted to talk about today was often you travel, you make your trip, you come home, you unpack your bags and you put your stuff away, and then a couple weeks later when you're going to do something else, you pull them out and you're like, oh, there's really not enough for my trip, or there's only a little bit left, will it make it? And you're kind of betwixt and between. And as a rule, what I will do, if there's less than half of something left, I just go ahead and put it on my bathroom counter and I use it up during the regular home time so that I can confidently go in and get a fresh deodorant or body lotion and not have like 5 different little mini travel things all open at the same time. The only thing I really wanted to talk about a little bit further was this Sephora eye primer. I got this in some kind of a point perk from them, and I really liked this. There was a lot in this little sample size, and it was a nice eye primer. I really liked that quite a bit. Moving on, I used up the Urban Decay Slick Makeup Setting Spray. I love to use this when I'm using a mineral-based powder foundation, and it cuts down that powdery look, that cakey look, and it helps set it and keep it in place. And I already have another bottle of that, so I will definitely be repurchasing that. I really like it. It's a staple in my makeup collection. Next up is the Almay One Coat Get Up and Grow Mascara. I didn't love this. It has a ginormous brush, and I just didn't love it. It was it says it was waterproof. It still kind of transferred underneath my eyes. I didn't like the way it applied. The brush was too big. I did not love that. I know some other YouTubers really love that. Emily Noel, Beauty Broadcast, loved that, and that's probably why I bought it, because she highly recommended it. I won't be repurchasing that. I used up another of the Rapidlash growth serum, and I think I'm going to be doing a 1-year follow-up on this, so stay tuned for that. That'll be a little bit further into the fall. And I used up one of my 13 products that I said I was going to use up in 2013, and this is the Mally eyeshadow stick in Twilight. It's kind of a taupey color. There's a tiny bit left here. That's really all that's left, and it has broken off, so when I go to apply, yeah, I can't apply anymore. So I've decided I'm done with this. But it really is a gorgeous taupey color. This is terrific. I loved using this. I don't know if I'll repurchase it because I have some other cream eyeshadow products that I'm going to be reusing or using up. And so who knows? I'm not adverse to repurchasing this. I just have a bunch of other things to use up, and that's similar to it. But I do highly recommend it. It's really super easy to use because it's a stick, and it just really goes on beautifully. All right, so the last thing I'm going to share with you is kind of weird. Okay, and it's some Lotrimin cream for athlete's foot and other body parts. And so the backstory on this is when I was at the dermatologist getting my annual skin cancer check, because my mother has had skin cancer, so I'm really very particular about that. She's like, oh, you're all fine. She goes, but would you like me to write you a prescription for that foot fungus you have? What? I was like, really? I thought those were just dry heels that I hadn't found the right product for. And she's like, no, it's a foot fungus. I'm like, great. I was horrified. And yes, I am sharing this with you. But, so she wrote me this prescription for something that was going to have sulfur in it. I'd have to go to a compounding pharmacy for it. She said, or you could just try something over the counter and see if that works for you. So I started off with an over-the-counter product, and it worked like a charm. My heels, the cracks, the dryness, it all cleared up, and my heels looked like normal heels. And I can't tell you how much I really like this. It's great for just applying on your heels at night before you go to bed. It soaks in quickly, it doesn't leave your feet kind of greasy, and it keeps that dry, cracked heel in check. So the whole point of sharing this with you is that if you suffer from dry, cracked heels, you may have a fungus. You may not, but you know, for $10 at the drugstore, it would be worth a try in my book. And I just used it morning when my heels were really bad. I used it morning and night, and then once they cleared up, I just kind of maintain with a nightly application. So it's kind of goofy, I know, but you know, I'm all about sharing things that have worked for me, and maybe there'll be something you're interested in and it might work for you. So that wraps up my empties for this installment, and I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.